Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're gonna find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, Congress poised to implement critical regulation. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? So guys, the impacts of this decision about Ripple from Judge Annalisa Torres cannot be overstated. And in fact, what's going on right now is you're seeing a major push inside of the US Congress to bring about regulatory clarity. And guys, this might be the very catalyst that we have been waiting for to see institutional adoption. Now, just take a look at this article right here. XRP gears up for possible growth amid favorable developments. Just listen to this. Even after a considerable price surge last week, XRP holders remain upbeat about the cryptocurrency's potential despite a 20% dip from its weekly peak, trading at 76 cents. The sentiment within the XRP community remains bullish. 1 week post Ripple's landmark victory, the market may have settled from the initial enthusiasm, but the future of XRP looks more promising than ever. This week's ongoing developments could be pivotal to this optimism. The U.S. Congress is poised to make critical decisions concerning cryptocurrency regulations. Sources in the know argue that the recent ruling on XRP could have significant bearing on these legislative decisions. The judicial verdict involving XRP provides regulators with a basis to form more lucid regulatory judgments. Consequently, there is a growing expectation of regulatory clarity concerning cryptocurrencies, and Ripple has already begun capitalizing on this development by reigniting discussions around instantaneous global payment settlements. Well, guys, just take a look at this article right here. House Republicans push for new crypto rules after Ripple decision. And listen to this. Key Republican members of the House of Representatives formally unveiled a bill to establish rules for oversight of crypto markets in the wake of a recent court ruling that is viewed by some observers as a favorable for the sector. And are you not kidding? A win for XRP and Ripple is a win for this entire digital asset space. The legislation, previewed as a draft in June, would make clear when and how crypto firms should register with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or, guys, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, which would gain new powers to directly oversee trading in certain tokens. The bill would also provide a pathway for digital assets that start as securities to eventually be regulated as commodities. That is massive. The test for when an asset is a commodity would largely depend on whether the blockchain network it's affiliated with is sufficiently decentralized. The bill's co-sponsors include House Agriculture Committee Chairman Glenn Thompson of Pennsylvania and Republican reps French Hill and Dusty Johnson, whom helm the digital asset subcommittees on the House Financial Services and the House AG panels, respectively. Financial Services Chair Patrick McHenry of North Carolina is also backing the legislation. The bill marks a significant milestone in the House Committees on Agriculture and Financial Services efforts to establish a much-needed regulatory framework that protects consumers and investors and gets this, guys, fosters American leadership in the digital asset space, Thompson said in a statement on Thursday. Now listen here. Earlier this week, He expressed hope that a recent ruling in the SEC's case against Ripple Labs Inc., in which a judge concluded, a federal judge at that, some offerings of the firm's XRP token were subject to securities rules and some weren't. And guys, we know that aftermarket secondary sales, the retail sales of XRP, do not constitute securities, and that is going to have a major impact in this entire digital asset space. I kid you not, it is going to be massive. And listen to this, convinces more Democrats to even support the effort. Guys, we are going to see a bipartisan push, I genuinely believe it, to get this regulatory clarity out there and to get it out there as soon as possible. The lawmakers plan to advance the measure through their committees next week. The latest version of the bill makes several changes from the June draft. For instance, it tweaks an earlier measure on provisional registrations with the SEC or CFTC. Under the bill released Thursday, firms would be able to file a notice of intent to register with the agencies, as long as they comply with requirements around safeguarding customer assets and disclosure. They won't face enforcement actions over registration or token listings. The regulators will, however, retain the right to go after companies, of course, for fraud and manipulation. And that, I think, guys, is something all of us can agree with. In addition, the bill includes a new provision that would require crypto firms registered with the FCC to maintain and enforce written policies and procedures to reduce conflicts of interest with affiliates. The legislation would also direct the SEC and the CFTC to conduct a joint study to assess whether additional guidance or rules are necessary to facilitate the development of tokenized securities and derivative products. Guys, you just heard it right there. Tokenized securities and derivatives. What are you talking about when you're talking about that? You're talking about all the money. The tokenization of securities, which is just what Larry Fink had said. He said the next evolution of these markets is the tokenization of securities. And when you're talking about that, plus the tokenization of derivatives, you're talking into the quadrillions of dollars being tokenized. That is absolutely massive. Don't miss it. So far, the bill is still a Republican-led effort. It will need Democratic support, particularly in the Senate, to get enacted in this Congress. Key lawmakers, including Maxine Waters, the top Democrat on the Financial Services Committee, have expressed concerns about the bill. Meanwhile, the SEC has repeatedly said new rules aren't needed to define when a token is under its remit. I'm telling you what, when are they going to give that up? Especially now that we got this federal court decision literally defining what a security is in the secondary markets. I think they're beating a dead horse here. Republicans say that Ripple rulings show clarity is needed, and they hope to sway Democrats to join their cause. Still, they have very little time to do so before next week's planned committee votes. If the bill is passed in the House, it would then be up to the Democrat-led Senate to decide whether to advance it further. Well, guys, what cycle are we in right now? We are in a major election cycle. I'll tell you what, one of the biggest topics on the billet for this election cycle is cryptocurrency and digital asset regulation. Don't kid yourself. In fact, you've got Kennedy out there, a presidential candidate, talking about backing the US dollar potentially by Bitcoin, and also making regulations surrounding this digital asset space that would be favorable to it. Now, guys, just take a look at this article right here. XRP Army praises Congressman for introducing bill to protect investors from SEC Gensler. Now, this is coming out of an absolutely different representative. U.S. Representative John Rose of Tennessee's 6th District has introduced a new bill, H.R. 4657, designed to shield retail investors and retirement savings from potential misuse of shareholder process by activist shareholders and socially directed investment funds. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission recently implemented Staff Legal Bulletin 14L, which is the focus of the proposed legislation. This bulletin enables important social policy ideas, such as those addressing climate change, to be included in proxy statements without necessitating a direct relationship with the particular company in question. Concerns about these organizations' ability to use proxy statements to further their political and activist objectives prompted the action. Since the aforementioned approach has made it simpler for activist shareholders to drive public firms to adopting stances on social and political issues, the bill is anticipated to be welcomed by traders. Representative Rose vehemently disagrees with the SEC's advisory and contends that instead of relying on government intervention, the American people's preferences about company conduct or political viewpoints should be conveyed through their consumer choices and economic support. He thinks it's inappropriate for unelected SEC bureaucrats such as Chair Gensler to impose moral and social laws with such a hard hand. Representative John Rose said in a statement, "The SEC is wrong every step of the way by issuing this bulletin. If the American people want companies to take certain actions or political positions, they will exercise those desires through their pocketbooks and consumer choices, not the heavy hand of government. By preventing activist shareholders and socially directed investment funds from using the shareholder process to further their political objectives, the proposed legislation, if implemented, would offer protections for retail investors and retirement assets. Additionally, it would lessen the arbitrary decisions made by SEC employees who are not elected when choosing which proposals to include in proxy statements." And guys, I'll tell you what, this is a piece of legislation we need to get behind, because this type of regulation, we don't want bureaucrats running the country. We want elected officials who are representing us. That's why it's called the House of Representatives. It is not some sort of dictatorial type of bureaucrat like Gary Gensler that gets to decide how the free market actually works. It's you and I who go out there and elect these individuals to represent us and our wishes. And guys, we need to get behind this legislation right here. And guys, just take a look at this article. The Blockchain Bulletin. Ripple's SEC win may lead to U.S. crypto overhaul. After years of back and forth over a lawsuit the SEC lodged against Ripple Labs in December of 2020, the crypto platform landed a win in New York court last week as its XRP native token was ruled not to be a security. This was a hugely significant overhaul U.S. crypto sector, as the SEC has been aggressively clamping down on crypto exchanges over the past year. The SEC has detailed its brief that exchanges have been circulating unregistered securities. Well, guys, if the secondary market don't represent the securities, then those lawsuits are practically dead on arrival. A financial instrument that can be traded, which therefore would need to fall under financial regulations, but they weren't doing it, were they, guys? The U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York ruled in favor of Ripple as it deemed the tokens on the platform did not violate any federal securities laws and did not constitute the need for any investment contracts. The aftermath of this ruling may prove crucial for the rest of crypto companies and exchanges such as Binance and Coinbase, who have been sued by the SEC on similar grounds to Ripple, which may lead to the SEC tempering its efforts of suing other crypto companies. In a letter addressed to the SEC, U.S. Congressman Richie Torres has criticized the financial regulators' handling of cryptocurrencies and exchanges in the country following an agreement it settled with crypto investment platform Prometheum. Boy, I'll tell you what, if there's anybody that should be walking around with his head in shame, it's got to be this Kaplan guy from Prometheum, because he just looked like an SEC stooge. I mean, you could practically see the strings and the fingers of Gary Gensler Kinsler, pulling them as that guy was speaking before Congress. Despite not trading crypto or digital assets, Prometheum received a special purchase broker-dealer clearance by the SEC, which resulted in Taurus calling into questions its dealings with crypto companies and called for an investigation. He stated, "Clarity is the cornerstone of compliance, yet the SEC refuses to bring even the barest amount of clarity to the application of securities laws to digital assets. Its preferred means of communicating is neither rule nor guidance, but enforcement. The SEC is like an overzealous traffic agent who arbitrarily tickets drivers for speeding while keeping everyone endlessly guessing about the speed limit. Regulation by enforcement is no way to regulate." And the fact of the matter is, guys, the SEC was not empowered to regulate like that, were they? They were empowered to follow the acts of Congress, not arbitrarily build out their own little fiefdom and actually go out there and enforce. And this Kaplan guy from Prometheum, I think that whole business is dead in the water and doesn't stand a snowball's chance, and you know where and why. Because, guys, we've got that regulatory clarity. And you listen to this guy sit there and say, "Oh, no, XRP is definitely going to be a security," and on, and all his arguments. What an absolute puppet as far as I'm concerned. And I'm telling you what, guys, we're going to see some big time regulation coming, and it is going to bring about one of the biggest institutional adoptions. I think we could see it happen, and happen fast. Now, guys, just listen to this little tidbit right here. Whales are accumulating XRP and ARB amid crypto market indecision. Listen to this. It may indeed be the start of the bull run for the crypto market, as the accumulation game for some blue chips coins is already starting among the whales despite an indecisive market. According to on-chain tracking platform Look On-Chain, whales have started buying and, by the way, withdrawing millions of dollars worth of XRP and Arbitrum from exchanges such as Binance. One whale withdrew a total of 2 million XRP worth around $1.6 billion today from Binance. Another one withdrew 563,571 XRP, which is roughly 462,000 from Binance again yesterday. Guys, when whales start taking it off exchanges, I'm telling you what, you're talking about them holding on to it because they're expecting something to really happen big time fast. The whale has withdrawn a total of 2 million XRP from Binance. The average withdrawal prices was at 51 cents when they got it, and the current unrealized profit is $640,000. ARB is even better, as one whale has withdrawn 11 million worth of ARB from Binance in a span of 2 days. Guys, this is absolutely amazing to see what's going on. We are watching literally XRP take out Bitcoin for volume sales, and you're watching these whales accumulate it like no tomorrow and then take it off the exchanges. What do you think could be coming, guys? Perhaps we might see a supply shock for XRP. Now, that is something to think about. Guys, just take a look at this little bit just to wind this up. XRP price analysis points to potential 2,400% surge to $18 based on a historical pattern. Listen to this. In the midst of adversity and the recent 22% drop from its peak of 93 cents, XRP has become the center of a number of bull price predictions, with a popular technical crypto analysis recently suggesting that cryptocurrency could see a sharp increase to the $18 mark if a unique historical pattern holds its course. The prediction is rooted in a pattern marked by recurrent dips and rebounds visible on XRP's daily trading charts. The sudden rise to 93 cents on July 13 was followed followed by a reduction pattern that an analyst anticipates will persist and see XRP drop to 52 cents before a subsequent surge to $4.03. Guys, if we go back and we retest that prior resistance and it hits it as supports and bounce off of that, I'm telling you, I think it could be absolutely phenomenal opportunity to get in if we see that number go back there. Per the analyst, XRP's price prediction after the cryptocurrency hits the $4.30 mark, it will drop to $1.60 before moving up to $7.40. From that point on, the prediction sees it move back down to $6 before the cryptocurrency keeps on rising to the $18 mark, which would mark a staggering 2,400% rise from its current price. Well, guys, that is what we have seen in prior runs. We've literally seen it go up, come back down, tag support, go up, come back down, tag support, go up, come back down, tag support. And each time it's making a bigger climb until you finally get that blow off top and you see some staggering prices. And I'm telling you what, guys, an $18 XRP, you are not kidding. That will turn a lot of people into, it will literally have a massive change for a lot of people in this space. There is no doubt about it. Guys, we are seeing something that we have not seen for years. It is literally, in my view, the very beginning, the catalyst of a major bull run move, not just for XRP, but in this entire digital asset space. Guys, buckle up because it is going to be some ride, I'll tell you what. Well, guys, it cannot be stressed enough just how important it is for you to get your plan in place. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one, for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigitaloutlook.com and we'll get you all booked in. So guys, this is the video I have for you today, and as always, I truly hope that you enjoyed it. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And hey, don't forget to drop your comments right down there in the comment section and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our regularly released videos. So, in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.